Okay, once again, good morning. Today's lesson is about circle. So when you say circle, it's a round shape figure that has no corner and there is no edges. So in geometry, we usually define circle as a close two dimension curved shape. So let us first familiarize ourselves with the different terms of the different parts of a circle. Rather, the first one we have there, the circumference. When we say the circumference of the circle, it has something to do with the perimeter of the circle. So when we were asked what is the circumference of the circle, that's this one, the outside of the circle. Inside of the circle, that's the area. The next one, we have the tangent line. A tangent line, it's a line that crosses or touches the circle at exactly one point. We also have the chord and then the diameter. The diameter divides the circle into two equal parts. Um, the diameter is a special kind of chord. What makes it special? It's the only chord that passes through the center of the circle. We also have the radius. The radius, it's from the center to any part of the circle. The radius is half of the diameter. Um, some part of the circle that mentioned here is the second line. The second line, it's a line that crosses or touches the circle at two distinct points. Okay. Um, is a center radius form equation of a circle with center at 0, 0. So any point which is x, y on the circle with center 0, 0 and radius must satisfy the standard equation. So the equation there is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, where r must not be greater than 0, where r is greater than 0, sorry. R must not be equal to 0 because when radius is r, basically in the real world, there is no such thing as radius 0. And if there is no radius 0, basically there is no negative radius because we're talking about radius. It's the distance from the center towards any parts of the circle. So let's try to make use of this form to solve the following example. So we have here, find the center radius or the standard form equation for the circle with radius 4 and center at the origin at 0, 0 and sketch its graph. So basically the center radius form is given as x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Our origin there is 0, and basically the h and the k coordinate is 0. So we will be substituting the radius, which is 4 squared. So that will give us x squared plus y squared is equal to 16. That is the center radius or the standard form equation of the circle. So the graph to that, this is the center of the circle. The radius is 4 units to the right, this one, and then 4 units to the left, 4 units upward, 4 units downward. And you connect that 4 points using a compass. That will be the equation of x squared plus y squared is equal to 16. Now you can make use of a GeoGebra or a graphing calculator that will help you visualize the graph. So, uh, wait a minute. No, no, I'm not going to save this. Okay, we'll just type there x squared plus y squared is equal to 16. Okay, wrong. So this is the graph of y is equal y squared plus y x squared plus y squared is equal to 16. Radius there is 4. 1, I hope you can see it. Okay, that's 4. Now this GeoGebra or the graphing calculator or the Desmos is just a guide for you how to graph the equation. You have to do it manually before checking it in the GeoGebra. Precalculus deals with a lot of graphing. Okay, let's continue. So let's try now when the center of the radius is no longer at the origin of the Cartesian plane. So what's the equation of the circle in general, I mean in standard form, when the center is at 2, 3, first quadrant, circle as x squared. Determine rather if the point 2, 3 is on the circle x squared plus y squared is equal to 13. The question asks us to verify if 2, 3 is a solution to the given circle x squared plus y squared. Then basically, this is the x coordinate and this is the y coordinate. All you have to do is to substitute the value of x and y to the given circle. That will give us x squared plus y squared is equal to 13. By substitution, that's 2 squared plus 3 squared is equal to 13. 2 squared there is 4. 3 squared there is 9 is equal to 13. 9 plus 4 is 13, which is equal to 13. Then therefore, 2, 3, do not forget the conclusion is a point on the circle. You can verify that by graphing if the circle x squared plus y squared is really passes through the point 2, 3. If that will pass, then 2, 3 is a solution to the given circle. Question so far? If you have some question, type it. If you don't want to type, unmute yourself. Let's try this. So when the circle is of the origin, basically the center is at 0, 0. But what will happen now if the center of the ray of the circle is no longer at the origin? So we will be using there the h and the k form, which is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared is equal to r squared, and our radius must be greater than 0. So how do we do it? So we'll be finding two form of the equation of the circle. The first one is the standard form, and the second one is the general form. This is the general form must be equal to 0. Okay, this is the standard form. How do we do it? Find the standard in the general equation of the circle with radius 4, and the center is at negative 1, 3, and do not forget to sketch the graph. So we know that the center is no longer at the origin, so we will be using x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared is equal to r squared. This is our h, this is our k. The h coordinate is actually the x coordinate. The k coordinate is actually the y coordinate. So this will be x, the formula is negative. The value of h is also negative. That will give us positive. Y minus k, k there is 3. The radius is 4, so that is 4 squared. So we have x plus 3 quantity squared, y minus 3 quantity squared is equal to 16. This is now the standard form. Now to find the general form, we'll have to expand x plus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared. Remember the square of the binomial, that's a plus b quantity squared, that's a plus b, a plus b. So this will be a times a, that's a squared, a times b, that's ab, b, the full method, b times a, that's ab, and then b times b, that's b squared. And you would notice that this one is similar terms or like terms. So that will be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So basically, that is what we are going to do with x plus 3 quantity squared. We will have to expand this one. That's x plus 3 plus x plus 3. Same thing with y minus 3 times y minus 3. So x times x there, that's x squared. And then x times 3, that's 3x. 3 times x, that's also 3x. 3 times 3, that is 9. Same thing with y. Y times y, that's y squared. Y times negative 3, that's negative 3y. Negative 3 times y, that's negative 3y. Negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9. I forgot the equal 16. And then this one is similar term. This one is similar term. So I can simplify that as 6x because 3x plus 3x is 6x plus 9. And then plus y squared, negative 3y plus negative 3y is negative 6y plus 9 is equal to 16. We're not done yet. So this will give us x squared. Rearranging the term now, plus y squared um, plus 6x minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 16. The general form is actually ax, not ax, but x squared plus y squared um, plus ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That's the standard form. So this will be our x squared. Just give me a time to finish this one, Raver. Plus y squared plus 6x. Did I miss something? Minus 6y plus 9. You'll have to transpose this. Minus 16 is equal to 0. Okay? Someone is raising her hand or his hand. River?
Sir, pwede po bang dahan-dahan lang yung explanation kasi di ko rin po masyado magets eh.
Bilisan
Kasi
ko ulit
salamat po.
natin. We'll go back to this. Sige. We'll have to expand this. Balikan mo lang yung a plus b quantity squared. Para ka lang nag-expand ng dalawang x plus 3 using FOIL method. So x times x, yun yung x squared. X times 3, yun yung 3x. 3 times x, ito yung 3x din. 3 times 3, ito yung 9. Y times y, that's y squared. Y times negative 3, that's negative 3y. Negative 3 times y, that's negative 3y. Negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9. Then copy equals 16. And then you would notice that there are similar terms there. When you say similar terms, they're like algebraic expression with the same literal coefficients. So that's why we can combine them. And those expressions which are similar there are 3x and 3x, negative 3y and negative 3y. So you'll just bring down x squared because we can't do anything about x squared there. You will just bring down there y squared, bring down 9, and also with the other one, which is the 9. And 3x there and 3x is 6x. Negative 3y and negative 3y, that's negative 6y. Okay? So I just rearrange the term. Mauna yung x squared, susunod ang y squared, tapos yung ax, sunod ni ax ang by, sunod naman yung c. Yung c yung constant term. So, ni-rearrange ko lang siya. Meron ako diyang x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 6y plus 9 minus 16. Simplifying that, we have x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 6y. 9 minus 16 is equal to what? Negative 7. Am I correct? Tama, negative 7. Correct? Okay. That's the general form now. Okay, may problem. Mali ang sagot ko. May nakapansin?
Opo,
Ba't niyo sinabi?
nahihiya ako. Hindi po
Nahiya po.
at
The X
sabihin.
and the Y there ay, ay mali. How can I erase this?
Yung
Erase
sa
it.
-1 po
Sa
yata.
-1 po.
Bakit
Di
hindi
hindi
niyo
po
sinabi?
na-substitute.
Ulitin natin. Ulitin natin, okay? So we have x. So negative ang ating h, di ba h minus h quantity squared, y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. This is our h, this is our k. Tapos yung radius natin ay 4. So that is why we will have there x. The formula is negative. The value of h is also negative. That will give us positive 1. Plus y, negative, ang ating formula ng k, so that is negative 3 squared. The radius is 4. So we have x plus 1, y minus 3 is equal to 16. This is now the standard form. Now the problem as to find as well the general form. So we'll have to expand this one. And expanding that, it's the same as a plus b quantity squared. Remember this form? That's a plus b times a plus b. So a times a, it's a squared. A times b, that is positive ab. B times a, that's ab. B times b, that's positive b squared. Tapos kung mapapansin mo, this one is similar term. You can combine that. So a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, because it's understood there's one there, which is the numerical coefficient. So that's what we are going to do with x plus 1 quantity squared. So that's x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 1. The other one is y minus 3 multiplied by y minus 3 equals 16. Expand ko lang yung x plus 1. So FOIL method, x times x, that's x squared. X times 1, that's 1x or x. X times 1, that's 1x or x. 1 times 1, it's positive 1. Yung kabila naman, yung y times y, it's y squared. Y times negative 3, it's negative 3y. Negative 3 times y, it's also negative 3y. Negative 3 times negative 3, it's positive 9. Equals 16. Ngayon ito, similar ulit. Ito din similar. So copy ko lang si x squared. X plus x, that's 2x. Bring down 1. Bring down y squared. Negative 3y minus 3y, that's negative 6y. Plus 9 equals 16. Okay? So copy ko lang, x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals 16. Remember the form we have, it should be equal to 0. So there's no other term to the right side aside from 0. So I'll have to transpose everything to the right side. Rearranging the term, that will give us x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 6y plus 1 plus 9 minus 16 equals 0. The final answer will be x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 6y plus 6 equals 0. This is the general form. Question. Oh, Kurt.
Sir, confirm ko lang po. Pag standard form po, yung constant po is mas mataas po sa 0. Tapos pag general po is po, yung constant po is 0. Tama po.
Yep. The constant or the radius is actually in the right side. Standard form is also called the center radius form. That's the standard form. gosh. Not sure if there are students who are raising their hand. No one. Okay. I think we can move on to the next one. Let's try number four. I forgot. You have to sketch the graph. So here, the the radius is 4. Okay, so you count there. This is their center. You count 4 units to the right, 4 units to the left, 4 units above of the center, 4 units below the center, and when you connect those 4 points, that will give you the circle. um if you have the compass, you can make use of that compass. You just pin the compass in the center and then rotate the pencil to give us a more exact view of the circle, which is at the center of -3, 1. Again, the GeoGebra is only a tool that will check whether you get the correct circle or not. It's not really um, yung parang gagawin nyo para talagang mauna muna ang graphing manually before you do it in the GeoGebra. Because at the end of this one, you will be asked to graph the following equations of circle. Okay, that's it. Connect the 4 points. You can now have the x plus 1 quantity squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared equals 16. Let's try this one. Find the center radius and the general equation and sketch the graph of the circle with center at 2, 5, tangent to the x-axis. Any idea how to solve this one? Well, we've mentioned about tangent. A tangent is a line that will touch the circle at exactly 1 point. So how do we solve this one, number 4? The center radius and the general fall, we only have the center of the circle, which is 2, 5. We don't have the radius. So how can we find the center radius if we only have center? Any idea? Basically, when you look at this one, maybe you can have an idea from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2, 5 here. Okay, that's the center of the circle. The circle must be tangent to this one. Okay, must be tangent. So since the center radius form is given as x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared is equal to I squared, our h there is x minus 2 quantity squared, y minus 5 quantity squared. Where can we get the radius? This is the radius. This is the radius. This is the radius. And this is the radius. To be able to the circle to be tangent to the x-axis, what must be the radius? Excuse me. Manny Gutierrez.
29, sir.
How did you get 29?
Yun to po, 2 squared po is equals to 4. Then, 5 squared is equals to 25. Then, inad ko po sila.
Why do we need to add the h and the k? Bakit natin kailangan i-add yung h at saka yung k? When you have the notebook there, you try to plot the center of the circle, which is 2, 5, and you visualize what should be the radius there to be able that the circle must be tangent to the x-axis. 2, 5. I don't know how to plot points. An idea? Point here. This is the point. The graph must be tangent to this part. Okay, this part. I cannot write. No, 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 no. Circle, circle, circle. Where's the circle? The graph must be tangent here. Here. So do you have the idea now? What's the radius? This is actually the radius. Catherine?
5 po, sir.
Okay. The radius is actually 5. The radius is actually 5. Basically, it's 5 because when the radius is 4, it will not touch the x-axis. When the radius is 6, it's no longer tangent to the x-axis, but rather it is secant to the x-axis. So the radius must be 5 here, enable for the circle to touch this part, which is the x-axis. Then the radius here is 5 squared. So we'll have now x minus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 25. This is now the center radius form or the standard form. Now, let's have the general, same thing that we did previous example. You'll have to expand this, x minus 2 quantity squared, y my, oh, I'll repeat this one. So x minus 2 times x minus 2. The other one is y minus 5 times y minus 5 is equal to 25. This is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 2 times x, that's negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 2, it's positive 4. Then we have y times y, it's y squared. Y times negative 5, negative 5y. Negative 5 times y, that's negative 5y. Negative 5 times negative 5, it's positive 25, equals 25. Then rearrange the terms. No, combining similar terms muna. That's x squared. Negative 2 plus negative 2, it's negative 4x. You bring down 4, bring down y squared. Negative 5y minus 5y, it's negative 10y. Bring down 25 equals 25. Okay? So we'll have now x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 10y plus 4. Kinopya ko lang muna ha. Plus 25 is equal to 25. So we have now x squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 10y plus 4 plus 25, transpose their 25, so we can have the general equation. So x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 10y. This one is 0, so plus 4 is equal to 0. That's um, the equation of the circle with center at 2, 5, tangent to the x-axis. X squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 10y plus 4 is equal to 0. When we graph that, that's 1. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina na radius niya. I hope you're able to examine the shortcut method when the equation of the circle is tangent to the x-axis, because we will be needing that in the next example when the problem is tangent to the y-axis. Previous example, the same problem, but this time it's tangent to the y-axis. So when that is tangent to the y-axis, meaning to say, when we have here, what's the point? 2, 5. This is 2, 5. Yeah, sorry. This is 2, 5. Okay. The problem is tangent to y-axis. So it should pass through this line. The circle, it's not perfect, but it looks like this one to make it tangent to y-axis. Then what must be the radius? Here's the problem. Catherine.
2 po.
Okay, 2. You get the technique there? When the problem is tangent to the x-axis, the radius there is the y-coordinate. When the problem is tangent to the y-axis, the radius there is the x-coordinate. So it should be x minus 2 quantity squared, y minus 5 quantity squared is equal to 2 squared. That's the radius. So x minus 2 plus y minus 5 is equal to 4. This is the center radius form or the general form. Now we already expand this one. So x squared minus 4x plus 4. That's the expanded form. Galing yan dito. Ito. Sorry, ito pala. Galing yan dyan. So ito naman, plus y squared minus 10y plus 25 is equal to 4. Rearranging the terms, that's x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 10y plus 4 plus 25 minus 4 is equal to 0. So we have now x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 10y. This one is 0, so it's plus 25. Okay, so how do we graph? This is the general form actually. Oh, it's only standard form. Sorry, this is the general form. Okay, so, okay, this one. Tangent to y-axis. Question so far? Let's do practice. I'll give you how many? 4. 3 minutes each problem. And then once you're done, type it in the chat box. Go. Ay, mag-open ng camera. Baka naman wala na kayo dyan, ha? From John Ariola, x squared, what number is that? Um, plus y squared minus 30x plus 40y plus 544. It should be equals 0, John. Equals 0. Ako ba yung mali? Bakit pag-iba tayo ng sagot? Ako ang mali. Okay, let's do it. So we have x minus 15 quantity squared, y it should be plus 20 because the k coordinate is negative, which is equal to 9 squared. So this will be x squared. Is it okay if i-shortcut ko yung solution o kailangan ko ipakita yung x minus 15 quantity squared?
Pakita mo na lang po sir lahat yung ano.
Okay. So this will be x minus 15 times x minus 15. Yung kabila, x plus 20. Y plus 20. Y plus 20 is equal to 81. So x times x there, x squared. X times negative 15, it's negative 15x. Negative 15 times x, it's negative 15x. Negative 15 times negative 15, it's positive 225. Kabila, y times y, it's y squared. Y times 20, it's 20y. 20 times y, it's 20y. 20 times 20, it's 400. Okay, equals 81. This one are similar terms. So x squared minus 30x plus 225 plus y squared plus 40y plus 400 equals 81. So rearrange natin. X squared plus y squared minus 30x plus 40y plus 225 plus 400 is equal to 81. So we have there x squared plus y squared minus 30x plus 40y plus 225 plus 400 minus 81 equals 0. So that's x squared, y squared, 30x 40y. 225 plus 400, that's 625. Minus 81, that's positive 544 equals 0. This is the standard form. Actually, this is the general. Equals 81. So very good. Jan Ariola got it correctly. I think Kurt has something to do with the constant term. Nagkamali siguro sa pag-add or minus. And Abaya Catherine also got it correctly. Okay? You don't understand the lesson, please mute yourself. I may not know what are your questions and clarifications. So please tell me what are those confusions that you have. No one is asking question. Let's try number 7. How do we do it? Yun nga, bago tayo magpatuloy. Find the standard in the general equation of the circle given the following conditions. The center is at 5, 6 through 9, 4. Meaning to say the center is at 5, 6 and it passes through the coordinate 9, 4. So wala tayong radius. Paano kaya tayo magkaka-radius dyan? Any idea? Paano tayo magkaka-radius? May nakakaalam ba ng gagawin? May formula tayong gagamitin dyan para tayo magka-radius. Ano kaya yun? I-graph natin ha. Di ba 5 ano yan? 5, 6, 9, 4. Sa GeoGebra, kung meron kang, di ba 5, 4? Asan na yung 5? Ay, sorry. Ano ba? Ito yung 5, pen na lang ako. Ito yung 5, 4. Kamote. Ito yung 5, 4. To. Tapos yung isa, ano ngayon? 9, 6, 9, 4. Dadaan daw siya kay 9, 4. Dito. So, para ang circle mo ganito. Dadaan daw siya dito. Something like that. So, kailangan ko ng radius. Ang radius dyan basically is mula rito papunta dyan. Ano kaya yan? Any idea? Ito ay 5, 4. Ito ay 9, 4. May naaalala sa geometry niyan? Walang nakaalala. Gagamitin natin dyan yung distance formula. Matapin to my slide. Gagamitin natin dyan ang distance formula. The distance formula there is the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. Ito yung ating x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, and then y sub 2. Makukuha mo dyan, yun yung radius. Okay, start now. I muted. The radius is not 2. Okay, give that. We'll solve for the radius. The radius there is 9 minus 5 quantity squared. Moira, don't express your answer into a decimal. If it's not an integer, might as well express it as naka-square root. It's not 4. Okay, so this will be plus y sub 2 there is 4 minus 6 quantity squared. So 9 minus 5 is 4 quantity squared. 4 minus 6 is 2 quantity squared. 4 times 4 I 16. 2 times 2 I 4. So 16 plus 4 I 20. Square root of 20. Since 20 is not a perfect number, then I suggest it would be easier for you to solve for the general form when you are going to leave square root of 20 as a square root of 20. You can do it like what Catherine is doing. That's 4 square root of 2. That's correct. I think it's, why it's 4 square root of 2. It should be 2 square root of 5. Carla.
Napindot lang po, sir.
Okay. The square root of 20 can be factored out as 4 times 5. When you factor out a number, what's inside the radical sign, make sure that one of the factor must be a perfect number. Otherwise, there's no sense of factoring the number. You could do 10 times 2, but there's no point of factoring 20 as 10 times 2 because 10 and 2 are both not a perfect number. So we will be using 4 and 5. 4 is a perfect number. The square root of 4 is 2, square root of 5. But I told you, since that's only the radius, it's okay and it would be easier for you if you leave square root of 20 as a square root of 20. Malalaman nyo yun mamaya kung bakit mas gusto ko na nakaganyan. So meron ka ng radius, makakakuha ka na dito ngayon ng equation. Ang h mo dyan ay the x coordinate, it's x minus 5. Ang k natin dyan ay 6. Ang radius mo ay square root of 20. Kapag ni-raise ko kasi yan sa 2, matatanggal yung radical sign. Okay. So this will be x minus 5, x minus 5 plus y minus 6, y minus 6. Ito ay magiging 20 na lang. Kasi matatanggal na yung radical sign. Kasi yung index kasi ng square root ay 2. Naka-raise siya sa 2, kaya siya mai-eliminate. So this will be x squared minus 5x. This is negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 5, that's positive 25. Zero yung y, hindi zero. Plus, this is y squared. Negative 6y. Ito naman ay negative 6y. Negative 6 times negative 6 magiging positive 36 equals 20. Dapat ang ating general naka-equal kay 0. Ito ay magkaparehas. Ito ay magkaparehas. So magiging 10x yan. Bring down 25. Bring down y squared. Negative 6x plus negative 6x, it's negative 12y. Plus 36 equals 20. Rearranging the terms, that will give us x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 12y plus 25 plus 36 equals 20. That's x squared plus y squared. I hope I have enough space for this. Minus 10x minus 12y plus 25 plus 36 minus 20 equals 0. So that will give us x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 12y. 25 plus 36, that is 66, correct? 66 minus 20, what's the answer? 41. Am I correct? Tama ba? Yung manual. 25 plus 36 minus 20. Yeah, 81. Ay, no. 41. Tama. Ito po yung sagot ay nasa dulo. Yan yung sagot ay nasa dulo. Okay. It seems that you forgot the distance formula. But that's okay. At least you were able to review yourself that a lot of mathematics lessons are really a prerequisite to precalculus, trigonometry, the summation, distance formula, and so many other topics. And don't forget the basic like factoring and then the special product, because I don't have the luxury of time to explain to you how is x minus 5 becomes x squared minus 10x plus 25. I just show you the solution, but I cannot go in details because that's part of the grade 8 lesson. However, if you don't understand the lesson, please tell me. Sir, ba't po applicable yan yung distance formula? Kalimot po kasi. The reason why applicable ang distance formula dito, Catherine, kasi ito yung graph ko, di ba? Ito yung 5,4. Ito yung 9,4. Kung titingnan mo, ang radius ay distance mula kay center papunta doon kay point kung saan siya tatama. Kung gusto kong malaman ang distance mula kay center papunta kay 9,4, then I'll be using the distance formula. Midpoint formula is not applicable to that because when you are going to use the midpoint, it should be the diameter both ends. Kung meron kang point dito, tapos meron ka ditong point at gusto mong malaman ngayon ang ang radius, kunin mo yung distance ng dalawang endpoints ng diameter and then you divide it by 2. That is the radius because as we all know, radius is half of the diameter. Tandaan ha, ginagamit natin yung midpoint kapag gusto mong malaman ngayon kapag endpoint. Distance pa rin pala. Distance formula, you divide it by 2 na lang. Yung next lesson ko kasi next week, baka magamit tayo ng midpoint. So yun yung dahilan, Catherine, kaya ginamit natin ang distance. Ang distance nitong center papunta dito sa point na to, yun yung distance. Okay. Let's try the next example. Nag-blackout na. Okay, this one. I'm sorry, this one is just a walk in the park to you. Remember what I told you when the problem is tangent to the x-axis? What's the radius? You know the drill. You know what to do. Okay, solve it. John Ariola's answer is x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 0. Let's see. You know what, class? I've always told my student that mathematics is a skills. When you say skills, it's like a basketball. Para gumaling kayo maglaro ng basketball, kailangan nyo mag-practice. Um, para gumaling kayo sa math at maintindihan nyo yung lesson ng math, kailangan nyo ring mag-practice. How do we do it? Kailangan nyo mag-solve ng mga practice exercises kasi minsan, akala nyo yung isang tingin nyo lang sa problem, alam nyo na, malalaman nyo kung talagang alam nyo yan kapag nakuha nyo yung tamang sagot. So, I would appreciate if you are going to type your answer so I know kung talagang naiintindihan siya. Okay lang na magkamali. Huwag kayong mahihiyang magkamali. Kung nagkamali, try again. Nagkamali ulit, try harder, try smarter, try something else. Don't be afraid to be called trying hard. From Catherine, from Denise, x squared plus y squared. Oh, I think we have a diverse answer here. Diba, sagot natin, ano? John Ariola's answer is different from Denise, and Denise is different from the answer of Catherine. May 1 minute pa. Kasi mag-end tayo ng 6 para makapag-prepare sa next na klase. Okay. So this will be, ang center, ang radius natin dyan ay yung y coordinate. Yun ating radius. So meron tayong x plus 2 here, plus y minus 3 here. Since tangent to x-axis, magiging 3 squared yan. So this will be x squared. Okay, diretso. Minus y minus 3 is equal to 9. And expand ko muna ha. So x times x squared, x times 2, 2x, 2 times x, that's 2x, this is 4. Y times y, that's y squared, y times negative 3, that's negative 3y. Negative 3 times y, negative 3y, negative 3 times negative 3, positive 9, equals 9. Ito ay similar terms. So x squared plus 4x plus 4. Bring down y squared. Negative 3 minus 3, that will give us negative 6y. Plus 9. Transpose na natin yung 9 para mag-0 na yung right side. So x squared, rearranging the terms, y squared plus 4x minus 6y plus 4 plus 9 minus 9 equals 0. So x squared plus y squared, okay, plus 4x minus 6y. This is 0 plus 4 is equal to 0. I think Catherine, very good. Marami pala nag-submit ng sagot. Catherine got it correctly. Adeline also got it correctly. Kit, you'll have to expand that, Kit, because that's only for the standard form. When you get this the general form, I assume you also get the standard form. From Sheila, X, that is also correct. Okay? Last one. This one tangent to the y-axis. Ay lang ako ha. General equation, x squared plus y squared plus... Bakit 4x? X plus... okay, yeah. Ako palang mali. Bakit naging x minus 2 yung sagot ko? Plus 4x minus 6y plus what? 4 plus 9. Yeah. That's correct. You'll have to examine kung paano nakuha to. Abaya Catherine got it correctly. Y squared plus 4x minus 6y. Okay? Now, hindi pa updated yung LMS, so hindi ko alam paano kayo magsasabit na activity. In the meantime, kailangan yung sagutan to at ipasa Friday. Antayin yung instruction ko kung paano kayo magpapasa or mag-upload sa LMS ng sagot. Pakiusap, pakiayos ang solution, pipicturean nyo lang yan at i-upload sa LMS. Habang hindi pa updated yung LMS, antayin yung ghost signal ko papaano kayo magpapasa ng sagot. Do not forget to write your name and your section. Okay? Find the standard and general equation of the circle given the following conditions and then graph the circle. So bawat number, tatlo yung gagawin yon. General standard form, general form, and then graph. Pakiayos ang graph. Okay? Huwag na kayong bumili ng compass kung wala kayong compass. Ang gusto ko lang maayos ang graph. Hindi yung pang-graph ng elementary. This one. And this one. Hanggang 6. Okay? I'll save this one. Keep. Okay. Para meron kayong copy, save as. Nasave ba yun? Dali nga. Baka mamaya wala akong may save sa ibang i-pasta sa inyo. Dali ha. Pre-cal. Pwede ba tayong mag-picture for the attendance? If it's okay to you, can you open your camera please? Just for the attendance. Kailangan ko ng, paano mag-layout dito? Layout. Paano ko ito i-layout? Ayun. Fair. Thank you. Kung hindi possible, okay lang. I'll be sending you the PDF copy of the PowerPoint today kasama yung sagot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Dali, send ko lang ito. Okay, that's all for today. See you next week. Kung may tanong, doon sa GC magtanong. Hindi man ako makasagot kasi nasa kabilang panig ako ng mundo. Pero I'll try to be responsive as I can. Goodbye and thank you for joining the class.
Thank you po, sir. Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you po, sir. Tama.
Thank you, sir.